Now today we have a very unique e-bike. This is one of the most unique looking e-bikes I've ever featured here on the channel. This is the Async A1 Pro. It takes unique design and rider functionality to a whole new level. Async is a new brand to hit the e-bike market, but they're not taking shortcuts in any way. They started designing the A1 back in April of 22, had a prototype in October of 22, testing bikes by December of 22, and now today we have the full production model. Now with not taking any shortcuts on the production side, let me show you what the unboxing experience looks like with the Async A1 Pro. The bike was packed really well. After unboxing it, I made sure to lay out all the parts and make sure I had everything. That would be the front wheel, the fenders and bracket, the pedals, tools, and charger. Now since the bike comes 75% built and I won't be putting on the fenders, all that was left to do was mount the bar, attach the wheel and pedals, and I'm done. Now that the unboxing is out of the way, I'm going to pop the battery on charge, but not the traditional charger that comes with the bike. I have a battery expansion pack that they sent me. Let me give you the specs on this because this thing is awesome. Now the A1 Pro battery expansion kit allows you to be able to charge your battery in 4 hours or less. It also comes with different outlets on there to be able to charge things like drones, phones, or whatever you can plug into a wall can plug into this expansion kit. So now that the battery is all charged up, let's get this thing on the trail and do some real testing. Now let's talk price and specs. The A1 Pro I'm riding today retails for $3149 and has a range of up to 150 miles, while its little brother, the A1, retails for $2249 and has a range of up to 75 miles. The frame is made out of 6061 aluminum alloy and looks like something out of the future. It fits riders between 5'4" and 6'4", with a max rider weight of 330 pounds. The front suspension has good travel and can take trails without a problem, as well as a rear coil monoshock that is housed within the frame. The saddle is surprisingly comfortable, being that it's 45 millimeters thick, and the handlebar setup is a good height and distance for me, being 6 foot. Now let's talk power and braking. The A1 Pro comes with a carbon belt drive powertrain that is really smooth when pedaling as a traditional bike and will be less maintenance over time. Now when you're not pedaling and you find yourself using the throttle, it'll produce a peak output of 2500 watts with 100 newton meters of torque, all while using a 1200 watt motor, a 48 volt 1200 watt controller, a 48 volt 40 amp hour battery pack with a max output of 1920 watt hours. With that kind of power, you have to have brakes that can stop at high speeds. The A1 Pro comes with 4 piston hydraulic disc brakes, a 203 millimeter front rotor, and a 180 millimeter rear rotor. So now that the main overview is out of the way, let's talk about a couple more key features about the bike. This one comes with a 5.5 inch display, LED headlight, taillight, as well as a horn. It is GPS enabled, has Bluetooth, digital key, and Find My, and way more in the app that drops very soon. So right now we're going to do a speed test through all 3 class modes, as well as off-road mode, and we're going to take it straight to the hill test and a braking test. Now during the speed test, I was able to hit a top speed of 20 miles per hour in class 1 and hold that same top speed in class 2, but with a slight uptick in power, which I'll talk more about during the hill test. Now class 3 took it to a whole new level, major uptick in power and major speed boost. I hit 27 miles per hour, which is mind-blowing. The next thing you do is put in off-road mode. Holding the up key and the center key at the exact same time does that, and you can do it in pedal assist or throttle only. I opted to do it on throttle only because this is the best way to go on this bike, and I hit a top speed of 36 miles per hour. Let's take it over to the hill test. So now that we know the top speed of all 3 class modes, as well as off-road mode, which by the way, I'm extremely shocked with how fast I was able to get this bike up to, 36 miles per hour is insane in my book. This thing has so much torque, so much power, and I was only expecting maybe 32 miles per hour out of this bike. Speaking of that, we're over at a hill test right now, which we're going to do in all 3 class modes as well as off-road mode. This thing has a hill capability of 26 degree grade. We're at a 15 degree grade right here with a double switchback. So let's get it started. So let's start it out in class 1 pedal assist. Here we go. 15 miles per hour. 18 miles per hour. How you doing? 20 miles per hour. Coming down to 17 miles per hour, sitting steady. Nobody's coming down the hill, so we're going to cut this corner, still pedaling. Sitting around 14 miles per hour. This is a mellow straightaway. Here comes the steep straightaway after this double one. 17 miles per hour. 10 miles per hour. Still feels like it wants to pull. That's a good sign. 13 miles per hour. Sitting steady at 13 miles per hour. Cool, let's go try out class 2. All right, kicking it up a notch, class 2. Here we go. We're gonna keep doing these back to back, so let's get it going. Feels about the same, just a hair bit more torque off the takeoff. Coming up to 20 miles per hour a lot faster, that's for sure. So we're at 20 already. 21. Coming down to 18. Steady 18. Making our first turn. Hello again. Sitting at 18. Ooh, 20. I gotta slam on the brakes out because this one's a bit tighter. All right, here's for the steep section, 15% grade, 11 miles per hour. 12 miles per hour. 13, 14. A little more pep in class 2. 14 miles per hour. Let's try out class 3. All right, class 3. Oh, a bit more torque right there. Oh, we're already up to 20 miles per hour before I can even get 18 out. 22, no throttle. 24, class 3 pulls. This is nice. Chilling at 22, 24, coming up to the first turn, gonna let off a little bit. Nice gradual hill right here. 22, 24, slam on the brakes because I feel like this needs to be a longer hill test for this bike. Here comes the steep part. 15, 18, 20, 21, hello again. Nice, class 3 is solid. Let's go try out off-road mode. All right, put in off-road mode, up key and center key at the exact same time, and we are in off-road mode. You can ride this in pedal assist, but I'm doing throttle, baby. Let's go. Oh boy, we're already at 22 miles per hour. We're chilling. And she's still pulling. 24, 25. Chilling at 25. I'm gonna let off here for this turn. Woo! 18, 22, 25, 26, slam on the brake here. Woo! Coming hot. Last hill. Oh, she's pulling. 15, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Man, this thing produces on the hills and just wants to keep flying. Let's go. This thing puts out a lot of power, and we talked about the brake specs earlier, but right now we're gonna put them to the test. I'm gonna stay in off-road mode, throttle only, see if we can get this thing up to its top speed, slam on its brakes. I'm gonna do slamming on the rear, feather the front to come to a good controlled stop. There we are, right here, 28, 29, 30. So these 4-piston brakes actually work really well, even if it's sketchy holding onto a camera to be able to get the shot for you guys. I got it done. 20 feet at 32 miles per hour is definitely nothing to scoff at. So let's get back to the garage, talk about my final thoughts on this bike. So in closing, the Async A1 Pro is top notch in my book. The overall build quality of this bike goes above and beyond anything I've ever featured here on this channel. This futuristic, unique look, in my opinion, absolutely love. I love it. I also love the shorter wheelbase with the power output of this bike. Feels really nimble and agile on the trail. Not to say the class 1 through 3 doesn't feel agile, it just feels like I want to gravitate more towards off-road mode because this bike really wants it. So with that being said, if you're interested in the A1 Pro or the A1, I have a discount code, gives you $100 off your purchase in the description below. If you're interested in the expansion pack, I'll link that below as well. So if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you'd love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.